Four stocks formed an exciting chart pattern. We observed technicals and fundamentals in these four stocks and expecting to outperform in the near to long term period. The research methodology is as follows: chart patterns with increase in volumes, consistent growth in earning per share and annual revenues, increase in the institutional holdings. Hi, welcome to PSI, Plan, Save and Invest. So coming to our topic, out of four stocks, the first one we observed is Max Financial Services Limited. As you all know, Max Financial Services is a well-known insurance provider in India, predominantly selling health insurance and life insurance coverage. But if you observe the chart pattern, the stock formed a long-term cup pattern on the weekly chart with the consistently rising volumes. The stock also recovered 50% from its recent low with more than above average volumes. But if you observe the volumes alone, there is consistently rise in the volumes. You can see on the chart the rise in the volumes and how the chart pattern is formed, and the prices are also rising. So there is a rise in volume along with the rise in the prices. So this is the chart which made me interesting. And fundamentally, if you talk about this, the previous quarter results surprised the streets with the EPS quarter year-on-year growth rate of 45.3%. If it is 20%, generally it is considered good, but the EPS growth rate is 45.3%, and the revenue growth rate is of 28.7%. The company at this size, Max Financial Services, a 10% to 15% or 15% to 20% annual revenue growth rate is considered very good. But last revenue growth rate of last quarter is 28.7%. Almost 17 analysts gave this stock strong buy. The company is expected to deliver good quarter results, Q2 results. So there is an expectation that September Q2 results are going to be very good, with an expectation forward EPS growth rate of 27.4%. If the Q2 results are as expected, it is good to hold this stock for the long term. Coming to the second one, Sona BLW Precision Forgings Limited. Generally it is called as Sonocoms. So Sonocoms is a global automotive systems and components manufacturer based in India. Basically, it's an auto components manufacturer. The company also operates in countries such as China, Mexico and USA. So it has its presence in foreign countries. So it has an export income as well. So the chart pattern was interesting. It formed a long-term cup pattern on the weekly chart, indicating recovery from all the hurdles. Generally, when there is a recovery, you should understand that the company has overcome all the hurdles. With consistent volumes, the stock price recovered almost 33% from the recent low with a short-term target of 822. Generally, as per Dow theory, if a stock recovered 33%, then it's good to buy and hold for a long term. That's what the general rule in the market. The company EPS, earning per share, has consistently grown more than 20% over the past 7 quarters, which is an excellent indication. From past 7 quarters, the company EPS is grown year on year, quarter to quarter compared. Means if you compare June quarter, compare the June quarter to previous year June quarter. So if there is a growth rate of more than 20%, then stock is doing very good. The company financial performance is very good. If you see Sona BLW, that is Sonocoms, there is consistently growth of more than 20%. Forward estimates suggest that annual revenue is expected to be 28% above the average growth rate. So the forward annual revenue expectation is also very good. Thus, this stock is good long-term investment. However, it should be exited only if the EPS growth rate drops consistently for 2 quarters. If the growth rate continues in the EPS and annual revenue, it's good to hold this stock. But if there are any downturns continuously for 2 quarters, then you can book the profits and exit the stock. So you can observe the chart pattern as well. The third stock is Blue Dart. Blue Dart is a well-known courier delivery company listed on Indian stock exchanges. Everybody must be aware about Blue Dart. It's a courier services company in India. We observed an interesting double bottom chart pattern on the stock prices on weekly chart. So you can observe the chart. So it formed a double bottom with the shocking volumes. If you see the volumes of this, there are rising volumes, and the stock is consistently, beating all its resistance. Surprisingly, some institutions might be purchasing continuously, expecting the next quarter results could be good. The stock is expected to deliver good quarterly results as expected, whatever I said, with a forward EPS Q on Q, quarter on quarter estimate of 67%. I think this is like very high estimate. So that's why the volumes are also reflecting as such. If the stock holds above this level and the results are as expected, it is good to buy and hold the stock for a short period, because there are many fluctuations in the revenues in Blue Dot. That is why I'm expecting at least next couple of quarter Blue Dot will deliver good results, and the stock which will reflect in the stock prices. That's what my expectation is. But long term, I'm not sure. But short period, yes, I'm expecting, because there is a huge expectation that next quarterly results are going to be very good. So if it's so, then I think it's good to hold till as long as the quarterly results are good. And the fourth one, Asian Paints. As you all know, India's favorite paint company. The stock has been a monopoly in the industry for a long time. Still, recent competitors like Indigo Paints, Berger Paints, and new entrant Aditya Birla affected the company's sales and financial performances. As Indian festival seasons are about to begin, stock prices recovered 25% from its recent low, forming a cup pattern with rising volumes. You can see the chart pattern. It formed a cup pattern and with a rising volumes. This time the volumes are higher than previous time. So most of the analysts are expecting that stock will break its all-time high of 3,600, and it is the right time to buy and hold the stock for the long term. That's what the expectation in the market. Fundamentally, the company is the market leader in a paint sector and has a high return on equity of 30% and an operating profit margin about 20%, which are high in the industry. These two numbers are the high in the industry. But if the stock continues this rally and this trend, then it's very good to hold for long term. Let me conclude this. We discussed these 4 stocks to help you understand the chart pattern and identify the stocks based on chart patterns and financial performance. These are not recommendations to buy or sell. Please consider this video as for the knowledge purpose, and we recommend you to do your own research. And in case if you find any suggestions, or if you want to give us to do something better, please use our comment section and give your suggestions. And consider this video as for the learning purpose. It is for the learning purpose, and we helped you to how to identify the stocks. But in the end, please do your own research and use your own stop loss so that you don't lose more money in investing. I hope you enjoyed the video. In case if you like the video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching the video.